This is Craig Brown, inviting you to join me on a voyage of exploration around the world of art. But first, an artistic tip. Do you have a tickle in your throat? Then why not book the very best seat in the theatre and enjoy a jolly good cough?
This is Craig Brown.
Today I'm leafing through the radio archives in search of all that I can find out about art and design. 18 months ago, Sir Terence Conran came into the studio to answer listeners' questions.
Mr. C. Crawley from Hertfordshire. Good morning, Sir Terence.
Good morning.
Good morning. Could you tell us, Sir Terence, what did people used to sit on before you invented the chair in the early 1960s?
Literally marvellous question. There was absolutely no sitting down as such. Until I came up with the chair, people would stand for anything up to 8 hours at a stretch. But by halfway through 1962, my whole chair concept really had caught on in a big way, and people were sitting down on chairs all over the country. These days one takes sitting down for granted, but back then it was all hugely exciting.
Good morning, Sir Terence.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Sorry, Sue Walker from Yorkshire.
Good morning, Sue.
Right. Is it true, Sir Terence, that you introduced the potato to Britain?
Perfectly true. I take enormous pride from the fact that in the autumn of 1955 I became the first Briton to visit France. In those days, the avocado, the tomato and the potato were quite unheard of in Britain. I take the most enormous pleasure in having introduced them to this country.
The Diary of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II.
A hectic week ahead. After church, Lucien Freud, who is a painter, arrives to paint another portrait. When I ask if he likes corgis, he tells me he does. Good, I say. I ask him if he has been painting long. He tells me he has. How interesting, I say. He doesn't reply. Otherwise, precious little small talk. He tells me he paints pictures, mainly. A lovely hobby, I say. I might have asked if he wouldn't be awfully kind and paint over the crack on the bathroom ceiling, but I forgot. They tell me he can be desperately expensive, so I think we've got off very lightly. At lunchtime, I open a new daycare centre in Warrington. They kindly present me with a pizza. I thank them and assure them I will wear it when I get home, if I can make it stay on. A length of pink ribbon should do the trick.
Let's go to the phones now. Hello, caller.
I've been hanging on here for ages. You had enough pickety witch, have you? I can go... Right, so, after all the advance hype, the so-called Bayeux tapestry has finally been unveiled. To my mind, it is less of a tapestry than a travesty. To those of us who were actively involved in the invasion of England, the tapestry comes nowhere near to communicating the true horror of the event. It is quite simply not good enough to embroider a few poorly sewn figures prancing around on horses as though it were all a game. I bet any money you like that the designer of the Bayeux tapestry never went anywhere near a battlefield in his life. I don't know about other people, but I have had enough of these so-called docu-broideries. Could we not create something of more lasting value to commemorate this great but horrible event?